Meera's mornings followed a comfortable rhythm, a gentle alarm, the aroma of cardamom tea, and a final review of her crisp white shirt, her lucky shirt reserved for big days. This day was especially important. The team's quarterly results meeting, an event where she'd be presenting in front of the entire department for the first time, loomed large in her thoughts. She moved through her routine with care. Her hair fell neatly, her notes were double-checked. She ran over her talking points as she sipped her morning coffee, relishing the quiet before the office's energy would take hold. She felt prepared. As she pulled on her white shirt and admired its flawless surface in the mirror, she thought, "Today, I'll make an impression." The train journey passed in a blur of jostling crowds and weathered faces. Meera gripped her bag tightly, feeling her heart tap out an anxious rhythm as her station neared. She exited, careful, weaving through puddles left by monsoon rains, determined to reach the office looking sharp. Inside the gleaming glass doors, she made a beeline for the break room. Habit propelled her to pour one final cup of coffee, needing the comfort of its warmth before her big moment. As she moved to the counter, her colleague Ashwin greeted her with a light-hearted joke. Meera laughed, instantly relaxed. She raised her mug to take a sip. Then, a sharp bump from someone hurrying past. In one terrible moment, the coffee spilled, splashing dark, unmistakable stains down the front of her beautiful white shirt. Time seemed to freeze. Voices blurred around her. She stood rooted, staring at the spreading cough. The calmness she maintained since morning vanished with the entry of rush, shame, panic, frustration. She blinked, hoping she'd misjudged the severity, but the stain was impossible to hide. Ashwin's face softened. "Happens to everyone, Meera," he whispered, reaching for some napkins. Meera could only nod, embarrassment burning on her cheeks. She wanted to turn back, to disappear. Still wrapped in her fog of mortification, she made her way to the meeting room and took her seat at the table, notebook strategically poised in front of her chest. A few teammates entered, glancing at her, some with sympathetic smiles, others completely absorbed in their own pre-meeting jitters. Then Mr. Sen, her manager, entered, always brisk in speech and movement, a man rarely seen in less than immaculate attire. He started the session, and soon his gaze fell on Meera. She tensed, certain he'd comment on her unprofessional appearance, and briefly contemplated inventing an excuse to leave. Instead, Mr. Sen paused, his face brightening with a chuckle. "That reminds me, once, when I started out, I spilled an entire cup of tea over a client's notes, paper everywhere, tea dripping off the table. I thought my career was doomed before it even began." A brief silence, then laughter blossomed in the room, genuine and warm. Ashwin grinned, adding, "Remember the time I lost my shoe during a fire drill and had to hop down 7 floors? The team burst into louder laughter, recounting their own workday mishaps. One had worn mismatched shoes to a client lunch. Another had called their manager dad by accident. And yet another revealed they'd locked themselves out of the office bathroom for half an hour. Meera's anxiety released its grip, replaced by something lighter, a sense of belonging. Suddenly, her stain was no longer a badge of shame, but a small, funny mark in the long tapestry of human error they all shared. As she rose to present, she met the team's eyes and cracked her own joke about making a mark on the meeting. The room relaxed. Her presentation flowed more naturally than she had ever rehearsed. The laughs she sparked early on created a sense of connection. Questions came easily, and colleagues nodded encouragingly. After the meeting, several teammates patted her on the back. One quietly confessed, "I needed that honesty. I always worry I'm the only one who messes up." The stain stayed, but Meera saw it differently, a symbol of vulnerability, and the unexpected way it had woven the team closer together. That afternoon, people stopped by her desk, sharing odd tales of mistakes and recoveries, stories that had never surfaced before. The office atmosphere was subtly changed. Lighter, more genuine, less obsessed with perfection. Meera left work with a new awareness that real connection wasn't about presenting a flawless image, but embracing the human quirks that made each person unique. Vulnerability connects us more than perfection ever could. Please subscribe for more stories like this and comment a situation in your life that is similar to this story.